Hey guys, welcome to another video brought to you by Total Control Traders. This is Tim, bringing you yet another video for our weekend stock pick. I'll be honest, this week I'm having a little bit of trouble picking out some decent stocks, and of course, regardless of what we pick, we are going to need to see the market turn around first and foremost for these stocks to have an increased chance of going up in comparison to its peers. So first of all, let's take a look at SPX. There's a couple of things I'm looking at here on SPX, and I'll also dive into Bitcoin as well, because that is a big part of where the concern is coming from now over the weekend, and we're going to be paying attention to the after hours here in a couple hours when the market opens up. So first of all, SPX. There is a very clear 4-hour trend line, and on our Friday video, Friday morning live, as well as Wednesday afternoons, I seem to have missed this trend line. Friday morning live would have been very nice to notice this trend line. You know, it was going up bullish, 4-hour trend reversal potential, and then we rejected from that trend line. So this is now a very, very notable trend line. We did make a new low on Friday, but now there is another 4-hour bull divergence. So if we were to look at this 4 hours from back here, there's a bull divergence over here, and now there is another bull divergence over here. Okay, a little bit weaker, but we're gonna have to see how that plays out. So first of all, SPX, big upper trend line, very notable, must break. And the other thing I'm noticing, potential concern for next week, the beginning 3 days of the week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we're gonna have to watch how this plays out. Is if we look at this, there is this potential pattern here, and this is one of the things that I tend to recognize a little bit more so than others. As you may have noticed on, when I called out the strong close, gap down, weak close, gap up kind of thing. This is another pattern that I'm looking at for potential coming into next week. Now we're looking at a triple candle, red, green, red, followed by a triple candle, red, green, red. Again, very similar pattern with a lower wick on that third red candle, lower wick on that third red candle. So we're going to have to see what next week looks like, if we are going to be opening up lower, or just somewhere like we'll be looking at potential GP. Worst case scenario, I'll be looking at this long-term GP coming all the way from back here, 42.72. And as for now, the 0.5 has been lost, the previous all-time high that we anticipated, so that has been back tested. Now it's a matter of when that bottom is going to be in. So there is a potential for a little bit further downside, looking at 44.37 ish. That support next down below is at 44.26. And if we're looking at this, there's potential for that pattern, red, green, red again before the actual reversal. Regardless of what's going to happen, this 4-hour trend line is going to be key to break. And I do have 3 tickers for you guys picked out today. So let's dive right into that before we talk about Bitcoin. The 3 tickers I've picked out: Apple remains on top watch. Apple, one of the very few, very rare charts out there that are relatively bullish. If we look at the last weekly chart, ultimately it is still a green candlestick with very nice bull volume on all-time high blue sky breakout zone, all-time high close on the weekly as well. I am looking for continuation on Apple. We did not close under that 88 remaining that strong support, and we're looking at this move here. 1, 2, okay. Immediate back test of the previous all-time high and continuation with the market choppiness still showing relative strength. Apple is going to be remaining on top watch for this week. First of the stock pick. Second one, it's a little bit harder to pick that second and third one, but ultimately I did come up with 2 other ones, but keep in mind they do not stick to our weekly stock pick rules of continuation. We're more so looking at a little bit of a reversal on here. First one is going to be Zillow. We're looking at a reversal confirmation on that daily already. So let's take a look at the 4 hours here. 4 hours, did we make a new low? 52, we did not make a new low. So there is no 4 hour bull divergence on Zillow, but this trend reversal is already confirmed. 4 hours, we see big bull volume coming in. And then the key to break, the first key to break was 58.34. That's already been broken. However, there is a slight concern of the gap that's left behind from Friday. We're going to have to see whether if there's going to be continuation straight into Monday. We are a little bit extended on the 4 hours. RD is okay. 30 minutes okay. 30 minute right now is the guideline, 30 minute 8. So what I would anticipate is most ideal would be coming back to gap fill before another leg up. But looking at the chart, that may present a little bit of a red flag. Ideally, you want to see that continuation right away coming next week. Of course, all these are going to be depending on what the market is going to be doing. So as for now, I will be setting an alert on... Oh, this is going to be hard. So that 56.39 is very key. Bounce, bounce, rejection, rejection. I want to see a backtest of this, but we might only see a backtest of this right here. So let's see. You know what? I'm going to put it just a little bit higher. 58.12. See if we backtest that before the next leg move up. Zillow's is the second pick. Third, now this may take a little bit more time than next week. It might take 2 to 3, maybe even 4 weeks going into New Year's. Is Peloton. On Peloton, we are seeing a daily bull divergence as well as 4 hour bull divergence, of course. And from here, we are seeing a potential. The chart is really trying to reverse, but we are still seeing upper wicks. We are still seeing selling off. So as of on the shorter term, the hourly, the key must hold is 42.20. Ideally, we're going to want to hold 42.50. Strong support, multiple supports over here. So Monday opening is pretty key to me. Monday, I'm going to want to see this getting pushed up or even a gap up again. One slight concern on this chart for Peloton is we are seeing lots of gap up followed by selling off. And then next morning, gap up again followed by selling off. And again on... maybe not this one. This one was no gap up. It was strong push into selling off. And then this one, gap up and sideways action. So there is potential for accumulation zone over here as well. But we're going to have to watch. My current notification is set at 46.54. Upon the bull break of this, we'll be looking at an entry on Peloton. So that's the top 3 pick that I was able to scour up. Ultimately, on Peloton, if the chart is able to break above this candlestick of 61.70, we'll be looking at a gap fill potential, and that is gonna be huge. 39% upside. Okay, so Peloton is gonna be remaining on top watch. So those are the 3 tickers that I'm able to scour up out of the overall bearish market on every single ticker out there, basically. So everything is going to be depending on what the market is going to be doing. Let's discuss what the big concern for Bitcoin is. Look at this Bitcoin chart, okay? Bitcoin, it's a little bit messy over here. Ultimately, what we were looking at is this GP hold alongside this trend line hold. But coming Friday, we saw a bounce from the trend line, okay? Double trend line. One is that long-term trend line from all the way back here. The other one is a short-term trend line where we saw the bounce from. The low, the bounce are both from there. So we saw some bounce from that trend line. But as soon as market closed on Friday, Saturday coming in, huge bearish action. Now what's amazing about this chart is look at where it bounced from. Right from that key zone. Okay, it bounced right from that key zone. Huge bounce. This bounce alone was a 17% bounce. Hope somebody was able to catch that, and congrats if you did. Now we are seeing continuation on this lack of bouncing. Let's take a look at the shorter time frames. 4 hours is the 4 hour 8 is the rejection. 4 hour 8 is the guide as of right now. We saw the bounce. We got way too extended, saw the bounce, coming back up, and now rejecting from 4-hour 8. On this kind of chart, now the big worry is that we can see, holy, the hourly RSI got to the single digits. What a beauty of a bounce. So the problem with this chart that I have is ultimately is a 4-hour bear flag. If we were to see further downside, this could be a leading indicator, serving as a leading indicator for the market coming to next week. So be very careful. That would prove the potential theory of this red, green, red candlestick pattern. So be careful on your bull positions. And that's all I have for you guys today. Hope you guys enjoy the video today. Hey, if you know anyone that can benefit from the content we provide, please consider sharing our channel with them. And thank you guys for all your support. We are now surpassed 250 subs. Let's keep this going. Hey, if you have any comments on how I can improve, how we can improve the videos or the content we provide, please do share it in the comment down below. I will see you guys in the next video.